Just listen to my voice for the next few minutes. I am going to tell you something right now that will stay with you for the rest of your life. I need you to be completely serious. I need you to stop scrolling. Do not click on another video. Do not let yourself be distracted. Because if you walk away now, the only person losing is you. You are about to lose the one piece of information that could have saved your entire future. Most people think retirement is a reward. They think it's the finish line. But the truth, for 90% of people, retirement is a trap. It is the beginning of a slow, painful financial collapse. You've seen it, haven't you? People who worked 40 years only to end up counting pennies at the grocery store. People who are terrified of living too long because they are scared their money will run out before their heart stops beating. I'm going to make you a deal, the same one that built this channel. If you reach the end of this video and you don't feel like your entire perspective on wealth has been shattered and rebuilt, if you don't feel like I've given you the ultimate key to freedom, then go ahead, dislike this video, unsubscribe from Sleek Capital. I'll accept it. But if I am right, if the math I'm about to show you is the difference between a life of struggle and a life of absolute abundance, then you owe it to yourself to listen. Traditional finance wants you to believe in the pile. They tell you to save a pile of cash and spend it slowly until you die. But that is depletion math. It is a suicide mission. Imagine your life's work, all those hours, all that stress sitting in a bucket that has a hole in the bottom. That hole is inflation. It is a ghost that eats your savings while you sleep. If you have $1 million today, in 20 years, that million will buy you half of what it does now. You aren't retiring into peace. You are retiring into a nightmare of shrinking purchasing power. You are effectively betting your life against the clock. To be richer after retirement, you have to stop being a saver and start being an engine builder. You need to understand that the system was never designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to make you manageable. The banks want your money sitting still so they can use it. But sitting money is dying money. Wealthy people don't have piles. They have flows. They don't look at their bank balance. They look at their doubling timeline. If your plan involves watching a number go down every month, you aren't retired, you are just waiting for the end. The middle class mindset is built on the fear of loss, which is exactly why they lose. They move their money into safe bonds and savings accounts the moment they hit 60. But safe is the most dangerous word in finance. Safe means slow. Slow means you are being overtaken by the rising cost of living. To truly win, you must maintain the aggression of an investor even when you no longer have a paycheck. You must realize that your greatest asset isn't your current balance. It's the time your money has left to multiply. Every doubling cycle you miss is $1 million you are leaving on the table for someone else to take. You need to shift your identity from a consumer of wealth to a producer of capital. This first part of our journey is about breaking that psychological cage. It's about realizing that the finish line they sold you is actually a starting block for the second half of your life. If you can change the way you see the math, you can change the way you live your final decades. Most people spend their lives trading time for money. When they retire, they run out of time to trade, so they start consuming the money they already have. This is a finite game. The wealthy play an infinite game. They trade money for assets, and those assets produce more money. This cycle doesn't stop just because you stop going to an office. In fact, for the sleek investor, this is when the game gets interesting. Without the distraction of a 9 to 5, you can finally focus on the velocity of your capital. But you cannot do this if you are operating out of fear. Fear makes you pull your money out of the market when things get shaky. Fear makes you settle for 1% returns because you're scared of a 10% dip. But over 20 years, that fear will cost you more than any market crash ever could. It will cost you the doubling cycles that create true generational wealth. You have to decide today. Are you going to spend your retirement protecting what you have? Or are you going to spend it growing what you've built? The trap is already set for most people. They are walking straight into it with a smile on their face, thinking they've made it. But you are listening. You are seeing the hole in the bucket. Now, it's time to fix it. This is part 1, the awakening. In part 2, I will show you exactly how to build the engine that makes you richer every day you aren't working. The clock is already ticking. Stay focused. Welcome to the second half. If you are still here, it means you have the stomach for the truth. You've survived the fear. Now it's time for the strategy. The reason the 1% get richer after they stop working is simple. They never actually retire their money. They only retire their labor. They understand that money is a soldier that never sleeps, never eats, and never gets tired. While you are traveling, or sleeping, or spending time with your grandchildren, your money should be out there in the world, fighting to bring more money back to you. To be richer after retirement, you must move from a depletion mindset to an engine mindset. This is where we build the perpetual wealth machine. This machine is built on 3 distinct pillars, or what I call the 3-bucket strategy. This is how you walk the rule of 72 to work for you when you need it most. First, you need the shield. This isn't just a savings account. This is 3 years of your life, kept in liquid, high-yield cash with short-term treasuries. This is your anti-panic fund. Its purpose isn't growth. Its purpose is defense. When the stock market crashes and it will, you don't care. You don't have to sell your stocks at a discount just to pay your bills. You wait. You let the storm pass while you live off your shield. This allows your true wealth to stay in the doubling cycle, untouched by the fluctuations of the world. The second pillar is the harvest. This is your cash flow engine. Real estate that pays rent, stocks that pay dividends, private credit that pays interest. These are assets that pay you just for existing. You live off the fruit, but you never, ever touch the tree. The secret of the wealthy is that they never spend their principal. They only spend the excess. If your forest produces 10 trees a year, you only burn 5. The other 5 stay to grow the forest even larger. This is the difference between a drain and a fountain. Most retirees start cutting down the forest the moment they stop working, and then they wonder why they are left in a desert 10 years later. But the sleek investor knows that the forest is their lifeblood. They focus on assets that outpace inflation and produce real, tangible yield. You see, the bank wants you to believe that $1 million is enough, but $1 million is just a number. What matters is what that million can produce for you without getting smaller. If you can't live off the production, you don't have wealth. You just have a temporary stay of execution. Finally, there is the rocket. This is the part that makes you richer at 80 than you were at 60. A massive portion of your wealth, at least 50%, stays in high growth, index funds or equity, because the shield and the harvest cover your daily life. The rocket is free to double, and double again, and double again. While the average retiree is watching their balance drop every year, yours is skyrocketing in the background because you've removed the need to sell during downturns. You are capturing the full power of compounding at the exact moment when your pile is at its largest. This is the mathematical secret to generational wealth. You aren't just surviving, you are expanding. You are building a legacy that will act as a foundation for those who come after you. You are moving from a life of how much can I spend to a life of how much can I grow. Perform this audit right now. Open your eyes and look at your current accounts. Is that money designed to disappear, or is it designed to multiply? If your plan involves a safe withdrawal rate, you are in the depletion trap. You are waiting to die. Wealth isn't about how much you have. It's about the speed at which it replenishes itself. If your money is growing at 10% and you are spending 5%, you are getting richer every year without lifting a finger. That is the definition of true freedom. It means your legacy grows while you live. You become a fountain of wealth for your family and your community, rather than a burden. You have to change your math today. Cut the hidden fees that are leaking your boat. Rebalance your engines to favor growth over safety. Protect your doubling cycles at all costs. I've given you the voice. I've given you the math. I've shown you that your golden years don't have to be a countdown to zero. You can be the exception. You can be the one who got richer when everyone else got poorer. I'm David. This is Sleek Capital. If I have honored our deal and given you the truth, then subscribe and join us. The clock is already ticking. Go build your empire.